Welcome back, Cancer. It's the month of July 2025. Here's the chart. I like to animate it. It gives us something to look at while I'm chit-chatting with you about what's happening. I think this month is a lucky month. Firstly, because Jupiter, your sign, is the luckiest position of Jupiter. The Sun, which is your finance planet, also transiting your Sun sign. That luck was a little curtailed because the Sun transiting past it recently has burnt up some of its energy. So now that the Sun is moving away, faster moving planet, you can see that that luck, that confidence is growing. Just make sure that your waistline doesn't grow with it either. I've mentioned that before. Jupiter's the biggest planet. It does tend to put on a few extra kilos when it's transiting through the Sun sign. But I do want to focus on finance this month. Finance and partnerships, mainly because on the 11th, if you study the movement of the moon around your horoscope, it comes to the 7th sector. This sector here is the 7th sector, and that's your primary relationships, spousal partner, de facto. The moon is full on the 11th in this area, and the moon, of course, is your ruler. So this brings with it a lot of dynamic energy, a lot of emotional energy. Around the 11th, there it is there. You can see it swinging around there, brightening up that part of your life. This could also be lucky for your partner if you're in a relationship. And by that time, you can see the Sun, well, normally around 17 degrees. Once it moves past the 24th degree, then Jupiter is in its best element there, ready to give you some fantastic opportunities. Financially, Mercury here in your second house. Mercury normally shows a quick turnover, new ideas, and an ability to think outside the box. You've had a few issues here. Saturn is retrograde here. It's just moved into the career sector, this 10th house. So that's often a little difficult because it brings more responsibility with its transit to that area of your life. On the 16th, the moon also makes a conjunction with it. So 16th and 17th could be days where some of those responsibilities weigh a little heavier on your shoulders. I'm interested in the new moon as well, which is going to take place here in the finance sector. This has to do with your earning capacity. And of course, a new moon is a new chapter, a new opportunity, a chance for you to do bigger and better things and to earn more money. Now, it's complicated, you see, because around the 18th, 19th, Mercury goes stationary and then retrograde. We all know about retrograde planets. They throw that spanner in the works and create some obstructions for us. And so yes, the new moon that I'm talking about is a perfect opportunity for you to move things ahead. And there's no doubt that will happen. But when we see the retrogression of Mercury, it tells us that something is on hold. There has to be some review, some reappraisal of the mechanics of that. There's the Sun moving in 22nd, and then the moon making that new moon conjunction on the 25th, and then making a conjunction with that retrograde Mercury. So the opportunity arises, the idea emerges, but then there's a quick about face on that. around the 26th, a day or so after. So not that this won't happen, Cancer, but you need to be a little patient for that to take place. The other thing I wanted to mention is here, in this third sector of your horoscope, which is your negotiation skills. Having the South Node here with impulsive Mars, Mars is really one of your better planets, ruling the 5th house and the 10th house simultaneously. It is actually your best planet. But it is with the headless Ketu or past karma point, showing that your negotiations may be based more on impulse than on reasoned information. That is why retrogrades are not always that bad. They give you time to pause, to think about all of the factors involved in the negotiation. And if an offer is made to you, I think you should be circumspect. I like that word. Just go around everything carefully and don't be afraid to ask questions. You are protected by Jupiter, and then we see the movement of Venus right at the tail end of the month. Also fortune, a very lucky combination. I think all's well that ends well, but make sure you do your homework first. Take a look at the links we've included here, Cancer, astrology.com.au. There's the monthly text-based forecast to help make a little more sense of what I've been saying here. Please do subscribe, drop me a note if you wish, and I'll see you here again next month. Bye-bye now.